more Scottish than kilts, bagpipes, and questionable weather. Whisky. And what's more British than politicians making a spectacular mess of something valuable? Taxing it to death. Welcome back to UK Tribune, where today we're diving headfirst into the political equivalent of dropping your phone in the toilet Labour's handling of Scotland's liquid gold industry. I'm your host, and trust me, this story is stronger than a triple Lafroig. Let's talk whisky in Westminster, a pairing about as harmonious as cats in bathtubs right now. Chancellor Rachel Reeves recently took a wee trip to Scotland, presumably to sample the local delicacies like the simmering rage of distillery owners. Graham Leadbitter, SNP MP for Moray West, Nairn and Strathspey tries saying that after a few drams, has essentially told Reeves her visit was about as useful as a chocolate teapot. Why? Grab your tasting glasses. Folks, we're about to pour you a dram of political incompetence. Now, before we get too spirited, let's distill this situation down to its essence. The Scottish whisky industry is facing a double-barrel blast of problems that would make even the hardiest Highlander wince. First shot, Trump's tariffs. Second shot, Labour's employer national insurance hikes. It's like being kicked by a horse while falling off a cliff. Trump slapped a 10% tariff on whiskey exports to the U.S. America's way of saying, "We love your product. Now pay up." And it could rise to a wallet-crushing 25% by 2026. That's not a tariff, that's financial prohibition. Meanwhile, our Prime Minister is standing at the dispatch box claiming their trade agreement with Trump is going to benefit the industry. I'm sorry, did I miss something? Is benefit Westminster speak for absolutely demolish? That's like saying a tsunami benefits beach tourism. Speaking of politicians in denial, let's talk about Rachel Reeves' Scottish staycation. Leadbitter didn't mince his words about as rare for a politician as a unicorn sighting in Parliament Square. He called the Chancellor's distillery visit a missed opportunity to right Labour wrongs. Let's translate that from political speak. You came, you saw, you completely failed to address the elephant in the still room. The SNP MP is calling for Reeves to return to Scotland, apologise, and wait for it actually reverse the tax hikes. Imagine that. A politician suggesting another politician admit they were wrong. Next thing you know, pigs will be flying first class to the Bahamas. Now, let's pour ourselves a measure of cold, hard numbers, and they're enough to make anyone need a stiff drink. Here's where it gets about as sobering as a cold shower at 5 a.m. The Scotch Whisky Association, who presumably know their stuff when it comes to, well, Scotch Whisky found that the 2023 Conservative tax hikes led to a £300 million loss in revenue for the Treasury. Let me repeat that for those in the back. The government lost money by raising taxes. It's economic genius on par with setting fire to your wallet to save on heating bills. And what did Labour do when they took over? Thought hold my beer, or rather, hold my whiskey, and piled on more tax hikes through national insurance changes. It's like watching someone try to put out a fire with petrol and wondering why the flames are getting bigger. Now, if you thought this political cocktail couldn't get any more potent, wait till you hear the finish notes. Leadbitter didn't just stop at criticism, he went full Scottish battle cry, claiming, Labour has been no friend to the Scotch whisky industry or the thousands of jobs it supports. He added that support is even more important now with Trump tariffs wreaking havoc. It's a political equivalent of saying, you're not just stepping on our toes, you're doing a full Highland fling on our entire foot. The kicker came during PMQs, that's Prime Minister's question for those who prefer Netflix to Parliament TV. According to Leadbitter, the Prime Minister and Chancellor appear to have absolutely no understanding whatsoever of the challenges the sector faces, and even worse, they seem not to care. Ouch! That's not just a political jab. That's a political uppercut followed by a Glasgow kiss. Let's zoom out faster than a politician dodging a tough question and look at the bigger picture. This isn't just about fancy bottles of amber liquid. The whisky industry supports thousands of jobs across Scotland, generates billions in exports, and is as iconic to British identity as complaining about the weather. When Leadbitter warns that another Scottish industry will be left to suffer by Labour's hands, he's tapping into decades of Scottish frustration with Westminster decisions. It's a political version of watching someone else drive your car into a ditch while insisting they know a shortcut. The real question is, will Labour course correct, or will they double down faster than a gamble with more confidence and sense? The ball is firmly in Rachel Reeves' court now. As Leadbitter said, the Chancellor does still have the opportunity to do the right thing. Though in Westminster, doing the right thing is sometimes as rare as a sunny day in Glasgow in November. What we're seeing is a textbook case of political mismanagement that's leaving an entire industry, one that defines Scotland internationally, on the rocks. And not the good kind with a splash of water. So what do you think? Is Labour drowning Scotland's national drink? Or is the SNP just stirring the political pot? Has Westminster lost the plot when it comes to understanding Scotland's economic needs? Spill your thoughts in the comments below, preferably not your whiskey. That stuff's expensive enough already thanks to these taxes. If you enjoyed this political pour, make sure to hit that subscribe button faster than a politician changes their position before an election. Ring that notification bell to never miss our twice-weekly serving of political commentary that's stronger than Parliament's homebrew. This is UK Tribune, where we keep the politicians honest and the commentary neat, no eyes, no water, no filter. See you in the next video. Slaint math.